Hello everyone and welcome to my shed. I'm going to be showing you my PSP collection and I'm just trying to think of the best way to do it, and I think it's probably just to basically just hold the camera and coast around and show them you. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best way, is me trying to like sit here like I'm pulling cards from a deck, just scoot around, try to lay them out so you can see them. It's a bit tight for space. Not that I've got millions, but I've got a nice little selection of games and UMD movies. Let's take a look. Okay, so what's the best way of doing this? I think I'm just going to start off with the movies, UMDs. I'm going to start up here with Constantine. I've never seen this film. I believe it's very good. It just slipped by me, like many others around this time. But yeah, I've got it on UMD. You know, if it's any good on this, it's probably a one I will actually watch on UMD. Tell me if it should be watched on the big screen first. I don't know. Anyway, got Devil's Rejects, the Rob Zombie movie. It's actually pretty good. Some bits a bit hard going, to be honest with you. It's quite a good movie. Dawn of the Dead, a must. And George A. Romero's, it's the remake of Dawn of the Dead, which is, to be honest with you, it's got some really good. I actually really like this movie. I really like it. The opening scene with the aerial view of the car, you know, a lot of films copied that scene from then onwards. It was really clever. Land of the Dead, not too arsed about, just had to have it. Same with Hellraiser. I'm not a Hellraiser fan at all, but I felt like, you know, it was there, it was going cheap, so I grabbed it. Then on to some my faves, like the Kill Bill 1 and 2. Got my little character there to emphasise the Kill Bill-ness of those UMDs. And then I picked this up the other day, actually, True Romance. I got it about £3-4 quid. I think it's from CX. Really happy to have this. Brilliant film. Not watched it in a while, actually. And yeah, I could watch it on, oh shit, Man Down, and that is going to be a fucker to get. Anyway, yeah, so we got this the other day. Really happy to have it. Brilliant film. And this is one I could watch on UMD. So I've took my PSP on holiday with me a couple of times. I will not watch anything on it here. I used to play it in bed. I don't do anything with it. But when I go on holiday, I always find it quite handy to have with me. I will go on it. I will use it. And to have some films is really good. Got The Punisher with Thomas Jane and John Travolta. This is brilliant. It's one of the best Marvel movies ever, in my opinion. A proper revenge movie. And yeah, it's just really good. Really good. Goonies, brilliant. Must be known by a smoker. Look at it. It's got a bit tarnished. The box is a bit damaged. Just need a new box for this. But a must. I love Goonies. Ghostbusters, absolute must. Whether I'll watch them, but to own them on UMD is great. I think that this is why it's good to collect for the PSP. It's a real novelty to have. Then we've got the other bestest Marvel movie ever made to date is Blade, by far. Set the precedence for Matrix. You probably heard me ramble on about all this before, but it is so good. Brilliant. Great to have on UMD. Then we've got Blade 2. Pretty good. Nowhere near as good as that one. Evil Dead. A must. Halloween. Then you can tell where I got these cheap. 7 Seconds with, you know, Tamsin Outhwaite trying to break into Hollywood. I felt quite sorry for her, actually. She's back in EastEnders, I think. That's a shame. And then we've got Rhyme and Reason. Know nothing about this. I'm not sure if it's a movie or a docu-movie. I don't know anything about it. You got Method Man and a few other rappers on there. You know, I think it's a couple of quid. But, you know, in the great scheme of things, I really want to tidy this up. I could live without those two, I'm not going to lie. But to have this batch here, them, you know, Dawn of the Dead, which is down the back there somewhere, they're really good. Land of the Dead, it's just because George A. Romero, I've got to have it, but you know, I could live without that and Hellraiser. So I could really tighten up the pack here, but selling these separate, not worth anything. These got a Poundland or something ages ago. The good ones to have are like the Kill Bills, this section here. So that's my UMD movies, and let's just take a look at the games. Hey guys, I think the best way for me to do this was to like stack them up on where I stack some of my VHS, to be honest with you, and move along. I'll start off with the ones I'm not that bothered about, to be honest with you. I did it at the time when I bought them, but I could really tighten up this collection. So I'm going to pull them out from here because it's a bit dark. So you got that Avatar. You know, I'm not too fussed. Dissidia, which is a fighting game, Square Enix. I think it's supposed to be Final Fantasy. Yes, it is. Again, not too fussed about that. Got Dark Mirror. I believe it's very good. Am I arsed? It's really good condition, and again, I think I got it for next to nothing. Twisted Metal, again, not that bothered. The way I see it is that I've not played it so far, then, you know, we know where it's going. Untold Legends, I think it's a dungeon crawler. I'm not too sure. Again, I'm not too bothered. We've got Grip Shift. That name alone. Grip Shift. So we've got Grip Shift, which again, not bothered about. Battlezone may be of interest. It reminds me of Wild Metal on Dreamcast. And probably is pretty good fun on a PSP. Again, if you know, let me know. Army of Two, which is, you know, it's about 15 years old or something, 20 years old on Xbox, I'm not too sure. We've got Killzone. I quite enjoyed that when I first got my PSP. Years ago, my first PSP. Am I bothered? Not too much. Nice to have in the collection. Pursuit Force. Not played it. I know it's Pursuit Force 2. I've had opportunity to buy it many a time, just not bothered. We've got MX and ATV. And we've got Midnight Club 3. Is it a dub edition? Know nothing about these games. They're probably pretty good fun. The problem is when you have quite a large collection, you know, unless you stumble across one you just literally have fun with, you're going to go back to your usual suspects. So then moving on up here, we've got Space Command, Squad Command, the Warhammer 40k title. Never played it. I'm not sure if it's a tactics or a run and gun. I've got a feeling it's a tactics. I ain't got time for that, I'm sorry to say. Liberty City, again, not bad. Chinatown Wars, quite like this one. It plays fucking havoc with my eyes when you're driving the car, driving a car around. I feel like I've got this really weird sensation in my eyes that I'm about to crash. I can't explain it. It's the motion on it. I love the game, but I really struggle with the motion. It kind of reminds me of the original Grand Theft Auto. Got the Mega Drive collection. I fucking hate this box. I hate this. I don't know what this design was at the time. Essentials. Like, come on. Fucking hell, man. Absolutely shit cover. Shit cover. I'm not sure if there's a Japanese version of this because I'll definitely be buying it. That is utter shite. This was a weird one. Impossible Mission. Now, you remember this on the Spectrum or Commodore. It looks pretty good. Have I played it yet? No. Do I want to? Yes, if I had patience, but I'm not sure if it's a bit too fucking complicated where you got to keep running back to, I don't know. I'm really fussy, I know, but I just thought it was nice to have. So this tier here are ones, you know, I'm keeping no matter what. You know, I'm not going to sell them. Maybe they're not worth anything really, some of them. I thought this was nice to have, Bubble Bobble. I look quite like the packaging on this. Again, will I play it? I don't know. Probably not. Bubble Bobble Evolution. But again, it was next to nothing. We've got the Midway Arcade. The arcade, I tend to go to these on my Xbox, but obviously they will get played on the PSP as well. This is something I'd pick up and use. Yeah, that's really cool to have. We've got Undead Nights. Loved the packaging, loved the concept, loved how it looked on the box. Come to play it, I got bored. You know, I get so bored. Again, it's just nice to have. Tecmo. So yeah, I thought it's just nice to have it. I think it was like £6, £10, I can't remember now. And then we've got my only other copy of Alien Syndrome in the original box and cover. I'll probably whip that one out and drop in my new one, which I've got up on the shelf above. I wanted to get a few more of these to dish out to people, you know, if you wanted one. But I can't. Honestly, it's like this game you could pick up for like £2, and then all of a sudden it's between 10 and 15, 20 quid. Some people selling them for fucking 35, and it's happening with all this PSP stuff now. People are just setting the market. I know I'm on about this every time when I do a video, but it's so true. So Alien Syndrome. I'm not particularly that keen on the game, actually. I think it's just drifted a bit too, not too far away from the original, but I don't know, it's that sort of early, not polygons, what do you call it, where they tried to get into that sort of Call of Duty style. You know what I'm talking about. Not Call of Duty, it's isometrical, but you know what I mean. Then I got Ridge Racer. Know nothing about these games, was never into them, but I thought it was nice to have. I've never seen it before, so I thought I picked it up for a couple of quid, I think, and I thought it was nice to have in the collection. Now this is getting on to my definite keeps now. So we've got Pinball Classics, BlazBlue, we've got Power Stone, which I loved on the Dreamcast. I'm interested in it now. This has gone up in price as well. So if you like Cannon Spike and all that sort of thing, Power Stone, I think this is the collection, so I presume it's 1 and 2 on there. But you know, it's great to have. You know, I'll never play it. I've doubled up on my Midway Arcade treasures. I must have been out and thought, shit, I've not got that. And I have one of my favourites, a total go-to. It's the SNK Arcade Classics, which is brilliant. You know, you've got all the greats on here. I'm going to show you something in a minute. You've seen on one of my other episodes, but give you a bit of an up close on it. We've got Guilty Gear Judgment. Love the characters in this. I've not played this yet either. We've got this amazing Alien Syndrome with you know, not nude but quite revealing female character on the cover there. You know, what demented perv has drawn this? But yeah, we've got Alpha, Street Fighter Alpha. We've got Hellboy, which looks pretty good. I've not played it. Keep threatening to, and then end up probably just falling asleep and not even picking my PSP up. You know, I'll say to myself all day in work, I'm going to play it, and I don't. Now, this top shelf is my ultimate favourite games. Okay, so we're going to start off with Metal Slug and the complete Metal Slug. I think I thought I had another cover for that. Maybe not. Yeah, SNK's Metal Slug Complete Edition. Such a tidy box. So these are definite keeps. And then we've got the SNK Arcade Classic Zero. Why did he call it Zero? Is it before a certain licensing time or something? I don't know. So on this, and I've waited 40 fucking years to get this thing, or 30 odd years. And it's got Ikari Warriors on there. Some of these never got released. I don't know why. So frustrating, but quite like the box art. We paid 80 quid for this. I've seen it a lot more expensive. But Savakari Warriors and a few other classics on there. I think it's got Time Soldiers on it as well. Yeah, fantastic to have this. So that sits nicely. Got a nice little SNK collection going on there. I was going to get Samurai Showdown, and I wasn't too keen on the packaging, to be honest. But yeah, that's nice to have. The Capcom great, Darkstalkers, AK Vampire Chronicles, which is a really good beat 'em up actually. Really top cool characters on there. Really nice to have. I am going to get the Japanese version of this. It's actually got Vampire in the title. You know, I've got quite a few. We've got the brilliant Outrun Coast to Coast. I bought this purely for Rolling Thunder, the Namco Museum. The rest I am not that fucking arsed about. I bought it purely for Rolling Thunder. It is on this one, isn't it? Yeah, Rolling Thunder. Sure it's on there. Yeah, Rolling Thunder. So I bought it for that. And Pac-Man's probably of some interest to me. We have got Gradius portable. Not played it yet. Seen this going for some stupid money at some points, then it's got a bit more sensible. I think I got it for 30 quid, Japanese. But I have seen this going for 80 to 109 quid, something like that. I've got a feeling I'm going to put this on. I'm just not going to be that impressed with it. Some things are not as good as you remember. I'm looking at Salamander for the PSP at the minute. That's £80. And you've got to be careful you don't get it in that shit box like the Essentials box. This is brilliant. Capcom Classics Collection Remixed. This is go-tos for me. We've got Taito Power Up. You know, there's a few on there that are pretty good. Space Invaders New Zealand Story. Rastan Saga. Which you think that I wasn't that impressed with. I used to love it when I was younger. I'm not that interested now. And then finally, the brilliant Ultimate Ghouls and Ghosts. Now, I've got my Alien Syndrome that I've done a cover for. So I've got my cover for that. And I'm literally working on Ghouls and Ghosts one right now. And it's taking me for fucking ever. I've been on and off it like a dog at the fair. So that's in and out like a dog at the fair. What am I on about? But again, I love this. I love this game. It is rock solid. It's very difficult, but great to have. So I've got, you know, some really nice PSP titles. I really like. So they be me go-tos, if you like. Just look fantastic. So, final thoughts. So, when it comes to collecting stuff, I think the PSP is the one I enjoy the most because it's quite unique and I quite enjoy finding things I've not seen. There's loads of Japanese stuff you can actually get really cheap, like reasonably priced, really nice box art. A lot of them are RPGs and they're not my thing. But there's also quite a few movies that I would like to get for it that are, you know, look really cool. So yeah, I think the PSP is the one I'll probably stick at for a little while. I am probably going to get rid of quite a bundle of them games on there. I'm not going to be honest. Some people like to keep them to bulk out the collection, but I just find when you do that, it makes it harder to go and pick up something you want to play, in my personal opinion. So I probably will end up ditching some of the games and keeping the absolute favourites or ones with just nice box art that I may potentially play. So yeah, that's my PSP collection, and I am kind of really getting picky, and I know a lot of collectors are saying this at the minute. If you are, you know, I know you can actually collect, and the chase is the thing, and I think I actually get that. I think that's an avenue I could have quite easily gone down, but I've just tried to get it to. I think the saving grace to me is it's so small in here that, you know, and I can't have stuff all over the house. I think it's quite good. I've had to I think if I had like a unit or a massive shed, I would go probably for a couple of full sets on a few things, not everything, just a couple of things, and, you know, I'd just take in anything and probably even flip some of it, you know what I mean, or just like to have a shop, use it as a shop. But, you know, that's not the case. So I'm actually, I love my Spectrum games. I don't even use the Spectrum. I'd probably even consider an emulator for the Spectrum, just so that you know, you don't have to faff a track. The disappointment is not being able to get some games to work is too much, but to actually have a Spectrum in the games just looks ace, and you know it works. You know, it won't do eventually, it won't do one day, but right now it does. So yeah, anyway guys, that's me, and I'll catch you all soon. I hope you like the PSP collection. Like I say, it's not massive, but it's tidy and hygienic. Okay guys okay guys, thanks for stopping by my shed, and I'll see you all soon.